Hello, all. Welcome on into your tarot spread for the week ahead. This will be for the week of Monday, August 10th, 2026. This week I am using the Modern Hue Tarot, which is a take on the traditional Smith Rider-Waite deck. It's actually basically the same artwork that would be in that deck, just with sort of a watercolor style, which I like, sort of a softer, gentler coloration to the images. And this is from the Ritual Planner Company, ritualplanner.com, Ritual Press. And yeah, let's get started. Let's see what this week has for us, shall we? I figured it's been a while, I think, since I've done a more traditional Smith Rider-Waite deck. So no time like the present, right? Right. Let's see what we've got. Let's see what this week is going to bring us. If you're kind of new here, what I do is I pull one card that is sort of our overall guiding theme for the week, and then I'll pull a card for each day of the week. So we've got a total of 8 cards. And let's see where we go. And to be fair, because all of us have different energies, this is a collective or community reading. What I pull for a Monday might be an energy you've already felt over the weekend, or it might be an energy that's upcoming. So although the days are guidelines, they're not necessarily the be all end all of when things are going to be happening. And I usually shuffle until a card jumps out. I like to read jumpers, as we call them, because I believe those are the cards that sort of want our attention. But if we shuffle long enough and we don't get jumpers, I will cut the deck and pull. All ways are valid. I know there are some ideas about tarot and the best way to shuffle, the best way to pull cards, whether or not people can touch your deck. I think a lot of these stereotypes or ideas come from movies and TV, and really I would encourage folks who are interested in tarot and using and reading tarot both for themselves and others to find what works for them and what's most comfortable for them, because frankly, if it's something you're comfortable doing, it's going to be something you stick with. All right. And I got 4 more cards. I hope everybody's having a really great week. I've been spending some time in Los Angeles the past few days, and it is very warm. It's very hot. And that's okay. Sunshine is all right. Okay. I try not to look at the cards really in context until after I'm done shuffling, but here I'm like, ooh, I see. I see. This is some interesting energy we've got going on this week. 2 more cards. We can see this guy in frame, right? Yeah. All right. 2 more cards. Let's see who we've got. And 1 more. And I like this guy. Here we go. Okay, here we are. So our guiding theme of the week is the High Priestess reversed. And usually the High Priestess, if she's upright, is really about going very deep with our inner knowing, very deep with our connection to that universal energy, very, very deep with and very deep and open with the energy of the universe and taking in all the signs, all the intuitive hits, all the guidance that comes in. But reversed, I'm going to say we might have been tuning into this. We might have been doing this to the point of overthinking. And that maybe it's better just to start acting, to start maybe taking most things at face value. Obviously, if you get a huge intuitive hit to second guess something, or not to second guess, but to take a second look at something, to go deeper with it, to really sit and think on it, that's great. But for the most part, let's beware of spiraling into overthinking. And maybe at times we can use, quote unquote, an intuitive hit or a sign. I don't want to call anyone out, but maybe sometimes we use that as an excuse not to do something, instead of really paying attention to a true intuitive hit or a true moment of guidance. And so the High Priestess reversed this week just tells us to be aware of ways we might be overthinking, of ways we might be hiding behind that veil, ways we might be hiding within ourselves, and to essentially start moving, which brings me to our card for Monday, and that is the Knight of Swords, and he's come up for us a few times here. And the Knight of Swords really is all about forward motion, all about charging forth, all about not overthinking it, just focusing on it and driving forward, being very decisive, not getting stuck so much in our heads that we don't act. And this tells me we've been thinking enough. Whatever plan needed to be made, whatever thoughts needed to happen, we've been doing that. It's time to take some action, and no better time than the first day of the week, Monday, to do that. For Tuesday, we have the Three of Swords reversed. So first and foremost, this Tuesday, I want to witness any heartbreak you've been through, any period where it felt like you might have been struggling a little bit emotionally. Maybe some relationships didn't work out how you wanted them to. Maybe some conversations didn't work out how you wanted them to. And you've been left feeling a little hurt, a little wounded, a little sad, a little down. And first and foremost, we're witnessing that. But also, with this card being reversed, it's time to start processing that and letting that go. When the card is upside down, the swords fall out. That pain goes away. The rain reaches the ground where it's supposed to. And so Three of Swords for Tuesday, what that pain was, let's start the process of releasing it. Let's start the process of not having our hurt hold on so tightly that we don't let these swords out. And not to say that it's a one and done, not to say that we flip a switch and we're all better. Obviously, healing is a process, especially with a deeper emotional wound. Healing can really be a process. But Tuesday's a good day to start that process if you hadn't already. And if you're ready to fully let go and complete the process, Tuesday is also a good day to do that. If you'd like to release things, there are meditations called cord cutting meditations, which can be very helpful. You can usually find a plethora for free on YouTube. And that can be really helpful for some people to energetically release an attachment. But tune into how you feel on Tuesday. Tune into whether you're ready to fully let go or whether you're at least ready to start the process of letting go. Either way, healthier, happier, more balanced because of that. On Wednesday, we have the Ten of Swords, and this time laughing because with Three of Swords and Knight of Swords, we've got a lot of swords this week so far. And Ten of Swords tells me, ooh, you're making it through, but you're probably pretty tired. you might feel a little, beat up by life right now. You might feel a little tired, like you're getting there. The biggest battle is over, so to speak, but you're left feeling just completely exhausted and a little run over by life, might be the better way to say it. And so Wednesday, just acknowledge that. Acknowledge that is how you're feeling. Acknowledge that maybe it's not a good time to um, take on anything new right now. Maybe it's not a good time to do anything that requires a lot of energy from you, especially because we have swords here, especially anything that requires a lot of thinking, reasoning, focus, decisive action. That was all Monday. That was our energy Monday. Wednesday, let's take the time we need for ourselves, and know that, like I said, the worst is over. We've made it through. We saw the light at the end of the tunnel. It was in fact a light. We did in fact get through it. We're feeling tired. We're feeling tired on Wednesday. On Thursday, we have our good friend Judgment. I feel like Judgment comes up a lot in these readings. But Judgment really is about answering that call. Where are you in life right now? What are you being called to do in life? Are you being called to step up in a bigger way? Now that whatever this was, now that we've let go of this grief, now that we're this heartache, and now that we've finished whatever this was, and to be fair, Ten of Swords is probably related to Three of Swords, because it takes a lot of work and energy to process these emotional feelings. Judgment basically, I think, is saying to us, what's next? What are we being called to next? How can we harness this Knight of Swords energy and answer this call? How are we waking up? How are we waking up after being essentially asleep for so long? Maybe we've been stuck in this heartache for so long. Maybe we've been in this energy for so long that Judgment is calling, literally waking us up from basically the sleep of the dead, if you will. It's waking us up and saying, what's next for you? What's that deep call? What's that deep inner knowing? Stop thinking about it. High Priestess probably gave you some insight. Stop overthinking it. What's next? What's this next call? And that's Thursday. For Friday, we have the Tower, and the Tower is one of those cards that I know can be people who know tarot, it can be one of those cards that can be very uncomfortable for people to receive. But I think in light of the other energy here, on Friday, our Tower is letting us know that we're shaking things up for good. And for good, I mean like for beneficial reasons, not for good, like the end of it. And I think this Tower really is a Tower that's shaking things up for good, that's shaking things up that are going to benefit us. That if we're not actually the one doing the shaking up, whatever unexpected happens on Friday, whatever happens, whatever this lightning bolt is, it is for our benefit. It's for our good. It might seem a little chaotic. It might seem a little unexpected. It might not even be the best thing that can happen to you that day, but just know whatever it is going to lead you to something better. It is going to, now that we've done this work to release and let go and clarify where we want to go, this energy, even though, like I said, might be a little chaotic, but it will lead you to where you need to be. This is a shakeup that needs to happen. Embrace it as much as you can. Take breaks, breathe through it. But this is a shakeup for good on Friday. On Saturday, we have the King of Pentacles. And, I think for Saturday, I think this really is just to sit in our really strong energy of success, to sit in that energy of we did it, to be confident in it, to be grounded in it. I've had a lot of root chakra, that was in our reading last week, but also with some other things I've noticed, root chakra keeps coming up for me, so maybe it's coming up for all of us. And The King of Pentacles would be a really grounded root chakra energy. Very balanced, very rooted, but also enjoying the success that he's built. So maybe take some time on Saturday to celebrate this, to celebrate moving through this, to celebrate these first steps and answering that call. Maybe take some time to get really solidly grounded and centered, because this was a little bit of a shakeup for you. And that really, I feel, is where this fits in this week, is that it's this really strong, in command, in control, grounded, rooted, balanced energy that has some celebration of success. For Sunday, we have the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands, also relatively similar to Ten of Swords. With this one, we're almost there. We might still have a few things that we need to deal with. We might still have a few things that don't seem like they're quite working out for us, or that we still have some, some finishing touches, some closing steps, some closing action to take with it. It might be that the Tower opened up a few of those things or highlighted a few of those things for us, and now we've got to deal with it. Nine of Wands tells us, first and foremost, we are almost there. Again, with that light at the end of the tunnel, we're there. We can see the light. It's always darkest before dawn, and any other cliche I can throw at it. But Nine of Wands lets us know that we're almost there. We know we're tired. We know we're tired. The universe knows we're tired. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to pause and look around you and see how far you've come. Don't let go of your main task. Don't lose focus on your main task. We got one wand here that he's holding on to. So don't lose focus on that main task or that main thing that's really going to move you forward. But it's okay to maybe let go of some of these other ones for a while, because we need to focus on getting over that finish line, which is coming. It is there. It is there. We're so close, guys. We're so close. And that is our reading for the week ahead, the week of, again, August 10th, 2026. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for listening, for watching. Again, I've said this before, I love doing personal readings for folks. So if you're still here, if you're still watching and you would like a personal reading, please check out my website, which is listed in my profile for more information about the types of readings I offer, prices, etc., etc. They are delivered just like a video, just like this. So essentially, I do a live personal reading for you, recorded, that you have access to, and you can return to it as many times as you'd like. And yeah, I think that's it. Have a great week, everybody. Let me know how it goes. If any of this happens for you, please let me know. If any of this resonates with you, please let me know. Thank you again. Appreciate all of you for watching, and have a great week.